Hello, God bless. Here I am. I decided to make a documentary after recording two of my latest songs to report the insanity of what's going on in the adulty società, the adult society. In the last 18 hours in Campo de Fiori, Rome, and in the other position I'm playing, and this is just for statistics as a writer of Campo de Fiori, Rome, of 30 songs. Not one single selfish adult crossing Campo de Fiori or the other position I played in has said, hey, would you like some bread? Would you like some water? Would you like some pane? Would you like some aqua? Could I offer you 10 cents? Could I? This is their results for a writer of 30 songs with my musical partners with the details clearly displayed. 99% minimum of the adult society have no compassion whatsoever. They don't have emotions either. They fiercely reject music and art, specifically if it's true. So I put to you, humans of Santa, who might watch this video, if I sat here as a homeless brother instead for the last 18 hours holding out a hat, would they offer 10 cents for that, given the fact that they won't and refuse to, as they've done on multiple other occasions, for a living, talking, speaking, moving, singing writer of this exact square? All they do instead is just keep walking. They'll count their money, check the time, check their own riflessiones, look in exactly the opposite way, and check the ground in their moment of contact. They've been doing exactly the same for 10 years from my own eyes for 3,600 days, and they just continue. They fiercely reject music and art. They have no compassion. I've watched them very closely. They're also illogical and have no respect. The vast majority of the moving adult society are completely void of emotion. They don't have emotions at all. They can be 1 single meter away and hear and see what's going on right next to them and still keep walking instead. They are completely void of emotion, void of compassion. Imagine this scenario, John Lennon. I'm a writer of 30 songs in this square, in exactly this position in this square. 18 hours, not one of them will say even hello. Could I give you some pane? Could I give you some bread? Could I give you some water? Could I offer you 10 cents? Not one of them has offered even 10 cents in 18 hours between yesterday and today. That's for a writer of this position. So what are their results for a homeless brother and sister? Well, they've been many of my best friends, and I've sat with homeless brothers and sisters. Their results are this. They don't have emotions. They don't have compassion. They don't have human senses. They don't have logic. They don't have respect. They reject absolutely everything. And the closer and closer you get to the truth, the deeper their rejection is. That's why I'm rejected. I know it, and I accept it for a long time, for many years. The reason I'm fiercely rejected is exactly this. I'm one of the ones sharing the truth, la verita pericolo. They don't just reject it a little bit. The closer and closer you get to the truth, the deeper their rejection is. What's the reason for that? I quote a wise lady from Marseille who said this during COVID. It's not a vaccine for COVID that's needed, it's a vaccine for selfishness. How right did she get it? How selfish are they? Well, imagine that scenario again, John. In 18 hours, not one single adult in Rome has offered a writer even 10 cents bread or water. What would their results be should I be a homeless brother instead? I could do Esperimento sociale, social experiment, and sit here and say, well, now I'm a homeless brother instead. Do you have 10 cents for that? Based on the fact that in 18 hours in Rome, not one single selfish adult has offered even 10 cents or 10 seconds. They don't have the skills, the ability of compassion. This is the adult society of 2025 and 2024 and 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and 2020 and 2019 and 2018 and 2017 and 2016 and half of 2015 from my own eyes. And what do? They just continue. And I calculated it very clearly. This is what they are. They're zombie narcissists. They can see, they can't recognize music or art. Obviously not, chiaramente. Because all they can fundamentally actually hear, feel and see is their remarkably selfish selves. That's what's going on that side of the camera. their selfishness is a disease, God bless.